Welcome back, fellas, to the Matchmaking podcast. The podcast where we go through all the Dota heroes one by one. We look at their strengths, we look at their weaknesses, we look at the abilities, and we look at the lore. And we look at a whole lot more. Dav, Ali, hi.
Cello.
I was waiting for you, Ali.
I was waiting for you.
I mean, I started it, I said Dav, Ali. So, I mean, you did go in the wrong
it's Dav's
order.
fault.
God damn it, Dav.
My bad.
Sorry,
My bad.
try again. Dav,
Hello.
Ali,
Hello.
and I'm Joe. What's on the table? What's on the cutting table this week?
This week is Huskar.
Huskar.
Who is a ranged hero.
Little
ranged
goblin man.
strength hero, which is traditionally in the mid.
What is weird is that a lot of other heroes have got like names. For example, like Void Spirit is called Enai, the Void Spirit, but Huskar is Huskar, the Sacred Warrior. But no one calls him the Sacred Warrior.
Yeah, maybe we should start calling him the Sacred Warrior.
The
He is
Sacred
the one.
But you give me like Void Spirit is Void Spirit because he's a Void Spirit. But yeah, Sacred Warrior. Has anyone ever?
But Haskar's just his actual name.
Huskar. It's a cool name, Huskar.
So he kind of looks like an avatar from a James Cameron, not the Aang one, but the James Cameron one. He's like
blue one.
an avatar with a red hairdo, right?
Yeah.
Mixed
He
with a
looks really-
goblin man.
So he also has a ponytail which he can plug into other heroes. And he controls them.
Into other heroes. I don't like that. Into other sacred warriors, he can shove his
ultimate.
ponytail in there. And they
Only
hide
once every
under.
180 seconds.
Oh god.
Which one came first, Avatar or Huskar?
Definitely Haskar. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just what came
wait.
first? Generic blue guy or generic blue guy?
Wait,
Generic blue man came first. Which came first, Avatar or the Blue Man Group? So
But on a level, though, Avatar 1 came up before Dota, right?
well, no, if it's Dota 1,
Oh, shit.
yeah, this came out a long old while ago.
yeah. So in other words, what we're saying is James Cameron must have been a Huskar spammer in Dota 1. Really enjoyed
I
it.
think that's what it was, and it got deep rooted into his mind.
Huskar was in Dota 1.
He does look
Yeah.
like he's about 10 foot, to be fair. Like he's always hunched down in the game, kind of squatting with his spear. Maybe I don't know what. Are there heights for any of the heroes in the game? I did try to look this
Yeah.
up. Have you found the heights, Dav?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Okay.
Actually.
But in my mind, he's probably like 7 foot or something.
Well, if you go into Dota and press I, or whatever your hotkeys are, and get it first person up, you could see.
We'll have to like figure out the average height of a tree in the Dota universe and then compare that to Huskar's height. But then a
bonus episode.
Oh, there's so much like extra weird tangent stuff we should go on. We've got the gyro rocket that we want to figure out how quick we can make it go.
Yeah.
And now we got the Huskar. So many things.
Huskar height.
Huskar height. How tall is he? No one knows.
Pretty tall, I think. Also, when you go into first person, I swear the trees look quite small.
I think they get skinnier and taller
Yeah.
when you go first person view in Dota. Like when you're just in standard Dota, they look kind of stubby. You go in
Tiny.
spec view and they look extra tall.
Oh, we played a first person game, didn't we?
We did on the 24-hour challenge, and it was horrible.
Oh, God.
You
It was
remember
like
that?
5 a.m. or something. I was wondering if that was a dream or not. No, that actually happened. You got a kill, Joe.
Did I? I don't think so.
I like how it's an achievement that you got a kill.
It's an achievement that we managed to complete a game.
It sucks.
We did lose. It was a turbo and we lost within 15 minutes, but we did complete a game.
But it's fine.
Who was I? I'm pretty sure I was Ogre. It's just impossible to do anything. But also, that could have been the lack of sleep. I think we should try it again.
You're welcome to.
They don't have
anytime.
health bars in that mode, do they? So
No,
it's impossible to tell if one, you're doing damage, and two, if you actually click them.
Or where you're looking. Or
Yeah,
No, I think
it's awful.
their health bars are on top of them. Something like that.
No. You had to select them to see their health bars. Like, you had to look at the HUD. It's so stupid.
I think, I don't think it should be in the game. But it was a fun little gimmick.
And
right?
if we want to do it again, we should just play Smite. Really, I think that's really what it is. That is the whole game.
Do you know what? I saw this thing on Reddit the other day, on the Dota Reddit, of I am like a 4K player and I've got 3 of my mates who are Smite players who want to 3v1 me. Who should I play?
I saw that too.
Huskar or Ricky is my answer to that.
They said
question.
Haskar was one of the...
Huskar's one of the good options. So Huskar, he's a bit of a stompy hero. Ali, you mentioned it before we get into the lore, Ali.
Yeah.
What's the overview of Huskar? You said he was a mid.
He's a mid-ranged strength hero. There's
Right.
not that many ranged strength heroes in the game.
That's true, actually.
He is one of the only.
It's not too
is he
far.
the only one?
He's quite close for a ranged unit. He's not like a sniper. He's kind of in the middle ground.
Oh, not in the middle. In the lower end, his range is not good.
It's like between a Lunar and a sniper.
He is mainly what people would call a cheese pick. Where it pretty much will either win you or lose you the game depending on when you pick it.
Yeah, I mean, the term getting Huskar'd is a thing for people.
Yes.
Last picking Huskar in a pub game where, it turns out it's a good Huskar game after seeing all these picks and they haven't got anything to counter me. I'm going to pick Huskar and I'm going to win. Because like Huskar's, he's easily countered.
Yeah.
You just stun him.
You just stun him. He's one of those heroes, but he can just run away with the game with his burning spears and all that.
If it's a free Huskar game, you guaranteed your MMR. It's beautiful.
When it's like 16 minutes in and Huskar's like 11-0.
Yeah.
And like their sniper mid or something's like level 5. Yeah, and you just know that the game's over. And that is a really good counter. There are always answers with Huskar, right? You can stun him. You've got Blood Vessel, Spirit Vessel, whatever it's called.
Blood Vessel. That's a new item coming soon. You've leaked the information. Dav's been emailing Gabe and back and forth since the release of this podcast, and
we're getting the fishing in.
And in the fishing mini game, we're getting Blood Vessel added to the game. We're not going to tell you what it does yet, but it's similar to Spirit Vessel.
There's been a lot of emails.
It's like blood grenade,
like
but
3 in the mornings, like really drunk. And then apologizing. Like in the morning, you're embarrassed.
But it's also like New Zealand time, so we get it during the day, but it's like 3 a.m. for him. It's weird.
Well, because then he replies to me when he's drunk as well. We've got a bit of a toxic relationship. Yes, Huskar.
The Blue Man Group, Avatar. Man. Wears a skull on his head. I'm sure that comes up
ripped.
in the lore. Oh, do we need to do an ab check? Because he is ripped. He's half naked and he's ripped.
He is ripped. I would say less abs, and obviously his abs. Like his abs.
Good.
His abs are great, but I'm more impressed by his legs.
Yeah, those thighs. I mean, he is like when you play Huskar, you'll notice he's constantly in a squatting position.
Yes,
he's kind of squatting, aiming his spears at you. So that's why he's got such powerful thighs. Maybe the second biggest thighs in the game, the Dawnbreaker.
I would say potentially Axe probably beats him on that front. On a thigh check.
It reminds me of the naked axe. That is Huskar. Is just naked axe but ranged.
Yeah,
he's actually the naked axe when he's got like the Ken doll,
where he's got his loincloth.
His loincloth.
Have you not seen it?
Dav's modded his game to remove all clothing anyway, so
yeah. But everyone's got Ken dolls though. That's okay. It's okay. Well, why am I searching naked axe? Naked.
No, don't.
That's gonna come up some great
naked axe Dota 2.
Don't do that.
Okay, yeah. No, axe definitely wins on a thigh check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third biggest thighs.
I mean, I guess
game.
relative, like, if this Huskar guy is like 7 foot, the relative like size, right? If he's really tall, building muscle's hard if you're really tall.
What, a penis size? He's probably got a big penis.
He's probably got a big penis. Although, actually,
yeah, cool. Thank you. We were all thinking it.
We were all thinking it. He's like 8 foot. He must have a 10-foot cock.
Sorry.
That's how measurements work.
But also, yeah, he has got a bone skull.
Yeah.
A hat made of skulls and bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at abs currently. I'm trying to find a comparison for Huskar.
You got to
in real
look
life?
for them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's giving Brad Pitt Fight Club energy. But
wow.
just because he's not overly built on the pecs, but he's relatively slender. If Brad Pitt with extra definition on the abs.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Weirdly enough, I was looking at Brad Pitt Fight Club abs. Apparently, that's like the go-to level of when people go to like a PT.
That's what people want.
And I know exactly what you mean. I think that's a really good comparison. I think that's a really good
it's gonna come up a lot, I reckon. We're gonna mention Brad Pitt a lot in upcoming episodes with all the heroes because it is the go-to ab comparison.
He is the go-to guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and obviously, Gaben said that they're bringing Brad Pitt into Dota, kind of like they do with Fortnite, but they're bringing up like.
Just absolutely like they saw Cyberpunk and stuff. They were like, wow, they got Keanu Reeves in, great marketing, and they're gonna go. We need some good marketing for Dota. Who can we get in? We've got Gaben money, we've got Steam money. Brad Pitt, why not?
Brad Pitt,
Think
Nicolas
how good
Cage.
that would be, though. If they just put in like random celebrities into Dota. That would so funny.
What would his abilities be? What would his abilities be?
Money.
Brad Pitt.
You throw money at them.
As Brad Pitt.
You have to act your way out of this.
Or would he be have
great.
like things based on his films? Would he be like his alt would be what's in the box, where he puts you in a box?
Yeah.
No, but that's not. Oh, what? We're not just talking Fight Club. We're talking just Brad.
Just
Pitt
any
Yeah.
Brad Pitt film doesn't have to be Fight Club.
I would say he'd be like Meepo style, and he's always got an Edward Norton with him, like in
Right.
Fight Club, and then
Right.
he'll like he'll duplicate or something like that, or maybe like a Brewmaster. He like splits into like him and Edward Norton. Edward Norton has a few lines in, but then, that'd be so funny. Like Brad Pitt, stop feeding. Oh, why did you, Brad Pitt? He's obviously counted by
Brad,
Donald
stop
Trump.
Don't pick Brad. It's a terrible Brad game.
You start putting in.
She's obviously, why didn't you choose Justin Bieber? Yeah.
Gets out a guitar, starts playing.
Well, lore-wise, what do you think? You know, we just described Haskar. Like you said, mid, carry, strength, buff thighs.
Yeah.
What do you think? What he's got spears and flames and stuff. What would you guess? You've played Dota for 10 odd years with like 1 million hours. And known very little about lore. So what would be your guess?
Okay, so my guess is Huskar has come from the planet Pandora, where the evil... I forgot what...
The evil white man.
That
Yeah,
comes
that's the
humans.
one.
The humans. Unobtainium.
Yeah,
Just dumb as fuck.
and he lives under a tree and whatnot, and then...
You with Huskar 2. This one's got wet. He's
Yeah,
got water
then-
spears instead
yeah.
of fire spears. Oh, it goes crazy in Huskar 2, the character.
Huskar 2 Electric Boogaloo.
He fucks a horse and just things go downhill.
Then
from
he goes to fish.
People that don't have Avatar in recent memory and just hearing Dav say, he fucks a horse.
wow, okay.
Pretty accurate, though.
It's pretty accurate. Without having the lore of Avatar fresh in your mind.
He puts his tail in the horse's hole.
And the tail is his hair, and his hair is also his penis. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, James Cameron, for such a... Oh, God.
Surely when they were making it, they thought,
Yeah, the way they ride the
sure?
animals is the same way they have... Oh, dear.
Weird.
That's funny.
Anyway.
I reckon Huskar is just a hungry little boy. I think he's a hungry little boy. He's made a little fire and he's got a spear and he's on the hunt for dinner. I think it's as simple as that. He's just a hungry little boy.
What, as in like 3 boys in a trench suit?
He's
3 boys in like a buff suit?
He's 3 hungry little boys in a trench coat. And that's why he's so tall.
Yeah.
Because they started off, they got away. They were going to cinemas getting away with it, but now they've got too tall. It's starting to be noticeable.
There's too much attention. They're too deep into it.
3 little boys going hunting with a spear.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll say really, really, both of you are pretty far away.
Damn.
From what it actually is.
Damn, really?
And it's quite interesting, actually. It's quite an interesting story. Huskar is just a bit of a knob, right? No one really likes Huskar.
True.
And you don't really like him on your team either, because
same for the players, isn't it? The people who play Huskar.
Yeah,
and Huskar players hate themselves as well. So
100%. It is kind of like masochism, isn't it? Because he gives up his own health to add damage.
True.
Basically, Huskar is from the Dezun tribes, and part of those tribes as well is Dazzle. They're part of the same tribe, so they're like cousins or brothers or whatever. Cousins.
Just because they're the same colour doesn't mean they're related, Dev.
No, they're from the same tribes, from the same area.
Oh, okay.
The Dezun tribes. So they're cousins. They're the same type of people. They're the same race of people, believe it or not. Obviously, Dazzle is nowhere near
Dazzle's
as
actually
far.
pink. Yeah, Dazzle's pink. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. And he was this awesome warrior who would fight in all the wars and stuff, but he was like born to die.
Aren't we all born to die though, Dav?
No, but he wanted to die a warrior's death,
right?
And go to the like ethereal Nothal realm and die like a warrior's death and be there like with the gods.
Okay,
forever. That was
very
his destiny. Nordic. Yeah, totally. They are like Nordic people. And the Dezun tribes, they hate technology and they're really old-fashioned and they probably like voted Brexit and stuff. Love Donald Trump. But yeah, so they... so the Dezun tribes are really old-fashioned.
That really caught me off guard.
but so that's why he's got like the skull and bones hat and stuff, because they're really old fashioned and very Nordic. Anyway, so fighting. He gets killed and he's like, yes, I'm gonna die a warrior's death, and he's there in the Nothal realm.
Right.
And right when he's about to like die the warrior's death, Dazzle's there, and Dazzle sees him. He's also in the Nothal realm, the youngest ever person to go to the Nothal realm, priest, and he fucking saves him.
Wow,
he heals him.
He cucks him from heaven.
He cucks him from heaven, yeah.
What?
He heals him, and Huskar's like, what the hell? And Dazzle's like, yo, sorry, man. Like, I thought you save him.
Oh, my God.
Which is a little bit selfish, because that's, like, made Dazzle a legend as well. So, yeah, that was a bit selfish. But Huskar's... He was brought back alive in a way, but he's changed now.
Wait, he brought back?
He brought back in a way.
Wait, is this how you do it? So Dazzle paid his buyback. Is that how it happened in the law? Dazzle used his gold to buy back Huskar.
And obviously Dazzle was saving for a hex. A Scythe of Eyes, but he gave it up.
Gave it up
for the Huskar.
Good old pal Huskar.
But the Huskar had already given up.
I can't imagine a worse mechanic in the game. Could you imagine a world in which Dota, your teammates could buy you back?
That would be
without
amazing.
your consent. Imagine having to play support in that world.
My supports would have to buy me back all the time.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic.
I'm buying items. My support's going to buy me back.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
It means you'll never save for buyback.
Oh my God, it would be the
What the hell, Ogre? What the hell?
Yeah, why
do you buy 4 stuff? Why do you buy 4 stuff?
You gotta
Where
buy
are the
me
wards? Fucking yeah. Well, kind of what happened. And then Huskar was brought back pissed off. He was pissed off. But everything had changed. This Nothal realm is like opposite land, opposite world, where... So what did Dazzle say? It was something
I've got a massive cock in opposite world.
That's what... yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what happens. You should go there. You'd love it.
So dumb. So bad. Not even funny.
No, I liked it. That was good. So it's like opposite land. So that's where Dazzle learned his shallow wave, and you have like the healing and the damaging. Jimmy does both.
Wait, do you think Huskar's pink in the opposite world, and then Dazzle's blue in the opposite world?
Oh.
Me?
Or what's it if they're the same race and different colors? Maybe one of them's from the opposite realm, and the one that got returned to the new realm isn't the opposite man, but is the opposite man.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Good take.
Yes. Conspiracy time. Going deep in the Dota conspiracy world.
Good take, but no. But so then he's like changed and he's got all this power and his lifeblood is like his power, and then so every drop is kind of like, I don't know, like poison, I guess, or like fire. And he uses it. He's like basically invincible.
So he's got flammable blood, is what you're saying.
Yeah. His blood is like petrol, and he lights it on fire,
Right.
and throws it at people.
That's pretty cool.
And he's like, because he almost died, he's basically invincible. Not fully, but he's basically invincible. And like, he's actually like all right with dying because he wants to die. And I think that's why it's funny that he's so invincible.
But he has to die a warrior's death again.
Yeah, he can't die to, if he was to die to like, I don't know, hoodwink ultimate, then that doesn't count.
That's not. Yeah, you just get sniped across the map. Yeah, that's not a warrior's death.
It's got to be like Ursa Bear 1v1
Scrapping in the roast pit.
Who wins? Fed level 30 Ursa or level 30 Huskar? Ursa. It's Haskar, right?
I don't know.
What, with the use of abilities?
Yeah, do they get items?
The use
Do they get
abilities and items. And items. I would say probably Haskar.
What, full 6 slotted? It would be Ursa, without a doubt.
Really?
Late game Ursa, early game Huskar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I guess
Ursa with items, like, you can purge the taunt and you take, what is it, like 80% less damage as Ursa, and you deal like infinite damage to Huskar.
But then I would just buy 6 rapiers.
Got him. Dab's got him. All right.
Dab has got me on that one.
Yeah, just buy 6 rapiers and then you win the 1v1. Obviously. Yeah, why didn't you think of that?
Just buy divine.
Just buy 6 divine rapiers. Yeah,
Imported, man. Anyway, he then came back and he's just really got a chip on his shoulder. And so he fucked off to fight people. He's basically really pissed off. He's been cucked. It's a sick old joke.
Cucked from his eternal warrior's heaven. I wonder what's in there. What is a Huskar dinner for him?
The best. Oh my god. It's just everything. You've got chocolate and nibbles, little sausage rolls. Got just all the games, board games, big selection, a wide selection.
Yep.
Most board games that you'd find in like a board game cafe.
Oof.
Got League of Legends.
Wow. Over in heaven, that's crazy.
Legos.
Try the best bit about heaven is you can never stub your toe on the corner of your furniture. That's the best bit about it.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. You try and do it, you just go around it every time. It's the best bit.
That's true, but do you know what? You can get paper cuts.
Yeah.
Is weird.
It's weird. Every time you actually go to stub your toe, you get a paper cut right between your fingers.
Yeah, it's a little glitch they're working out. But with League of Legends in heaven, do you know how like you have all the different religions, and then like if you die, you find out what the real religion was.
Yeah.
You have all the different MOBAs, and turns out League of Legends is the pure one. I should probably stop right there. I'm joking. This is a joke. I don't.
You've gone too deep into the bit. And
I hate it. I hate League of Legends. I hate it. I swear, I hate it. I used to play it when I was younger. My name was Clench Hunter. I was a long time ago.
It's a good tutorial. I think that's what you mean.
Yeah, it's a good tutorial.
It's a great Dota 2 tutorial.
Nice. Well, that's some good old lore.
Okay, and then are you ready for the voice? The voice bit?
Oh my goodness. Every week I forget. Yes.
Because it's dumb, but I love it. So, who voices Huskar?
Is it Brad Pitt?
I'll tell you. It's not Brad Pitt in Fight Club. It's not Dave Fennoy, the voice of Faceless Void. It's not Bruce Miles, the voice of Alchemist. But it is David Scully. Also voices Bane, Juggernaut, Morphling, Sand King, Sven, and Weaver.
Oh my god.
this is I'm not sure if this is going to mean that much to you, but he also voices in Halo. Have you played any of the Halos?
Yeah.
He voices Sergeant Johnson. Do you know Sergeant Johnson? He voices in Counter-Strike SWAT.
Wait, who did you say?
Sergeant Johnson.
No, the actor. I'm trying to find him.
David Scully.
Not Dave Fennoy.
Oh, fuck. I've got Dazzle. Oh, shit. Oh, God, no. I had Dazzle up for some reason. I was looking at Dazzle. Oh, shit,
You
Dave
were
Fennoy.
looking at Dazzle.
Mate, we've already done Dave Fennoy.
We have.
We've already done Dave. We thought, well, this my favourite part. Anyway, what's funny is, number one, you don't know who Sergeant Johnson is, and I was really excited about it. And then number two, it's not even that voice. No, okay, yeah, it's Dave. Okay,
Yeah.
that was my blunder. Well, anyone who's listening who's played Halo, I'm sure you'd be excited to find out.
So when we
Scully.
loop back round to Dazzle,
or Juggernaut.
and there's so much overlap in the characters.
We could do Jug. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it from Haskar's lore and kind of Haskar's voice, which we kind of fucked up, but whatever. Done.
Same as
That's my
last
part
week.
Done.
So what's Dave Fennoy done?
Poof. And then Dave. Well, we've already done Dave Fennoy, haven't we? Dave Fennoy did radio and shit. He's done a lot of stuff.
He's done so many things.
Kim Possible and Ben 10. Incredibles 2. King's... No, not that. Some Spider-Man. Ratchet and Clank. He was Maximilian Zane. Remember?
Yep. All right.
Saints Row the Third. Pedestrians. Driver San Francisco. Additional voices. And he did Bat Rider, Ember Spirit, Faceless Void, Jakiro, Venomancer, and Wraith King. Which kind of makes sense. Wraith King and Huskar sound kind of similar. Jakiro
Same
kind
cadence.
of do. Faceless Void, Ember, Bat Rider. Yeah. Done.
Should we get to the nerdy shit?
Yeah.
The real
do it.
gristly ins and outs of the abilities of Huskar. And I always like hearing the lore because it makes the abilities make more sense, which is fun. I like it when they actually kind of, they got a little bit of backstory behind the ability. It's not just, it's a dragon and it spits fire because it's a dragon. It's
I hope that is a lore piece.
it does fire damage because his blood is fire something, right?
Fire.
Spirit,
No.
liquid, fire,
No.
What was-
Fire. What is it? Life Force.
life force. Yes.
Life Force. Lifeblood.
Lifeblood force, fire,
Blood Force.
petrol.
Fire.
Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different with Huskar.
Ooh.
I typically go through Q all the way through to R on the buttons of the abilities, but I'm going to do it different. I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to start with the W
really
this time.
confuse everyone.
Well, I feel Huskar is about one ability mainly, and it's the Burning Spears, his second ability. It's not his Q, it's not his E, it's not his R, it's his W.
You're starting on the W.
Because it's normally the one you level up quite early on. It's the one that makes Huskar annoying. It's the one I want to talk about first.
Is this allowed, Ali?
Ruining the format here, Joe. Come on.
All right, we're starting on Q.
No.
I'll allow for it.
I just feel like there's two. The W and the E pair up nicely, and then the Q and the R pair up nicely. So we're going to start on the W.
I'm there for it. I'm just, maybe we could.
Maybe we can mix it up. Maybe we can mix it up now and again. Maybe we don't have to go vanilla Q all the way through to R each time. Maybe we can try a different order. I've wanted to be doing it for a while. I know I've heard other people do it in different orders. So why not? Why not give it a go? Maybe we'll enjoy it. Don't cry, Dav.
I'm there for it.
Don't cry. You're gonna ruin the mood if you cry.
Honestly, I'm absolutely there for it.
Okay, good.
So W.
Burning Spears. Huskar's bread for his butter or his butter for his bread. Burning Spears is a toggle ability for Huskar. You can toggle it on and off, and it makes your standard right-click damage. You throw a spear, as you would normally with Huskar. You yeet a spear, but this turns them on fire with his petrol blood, I guess. Which is cool. The tooltip for when you're hit by one of these spears is Burning Spear, and then the description is, "You are on fire!" All caps. Taking periodic damage, full stop.
Is that the actual tooltip?
The tooltip, literally all caps, "You are on fire!" exclamation mark. So yeah, you can toggle it on and off at will, as you do, and doesn't cost you any mana to use. Scam.
Well, what? What does it cost you then?
3% of your current health. 3%!
Yeah, that's pretty...
So Huskar's bleeding his petrol blood onto his spears to do an extra 20 DPS for 9 seconds.
Apparently,
Bonkers,
Haskar thinks it's like really weak to rely on mana.
Does he? Yeah. It would only weak warriors use spells.
Yeah.
Is that actually on the lore? Is that written down?
I think it's in one of his like voice lines, like using mana makes you a pussy or something like that.
Is that when you buy a Dagon? I've become a massive cuck. Okay, Huskar. And then he dies. He goes, "This was not a warrior's death."
That is definitely not a warrior's death.
No. So yeah, burning spears do a heap of magic damage. They cost you 3% of your current health, and they do an absolute metric ton of magical damage. Doesn't affect buildings, obviously. Buildings don't get hurt by magic. But there is also a level 25 talent for Huskar, which makes the damage pure damage. So no magic reduction is going to help you against the burning spears. It's dumb. It's crazy.
So pure damage, does that
straight on the health. Doesn't get negated by armor, doesn't get negated by magic resist. It is what it is.
It's just a shit ton of damage.
So level 25 Huskar, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, it kind of keeps him relevant a bit later in the game. Like without it, he drops off massively.
Yeah.
So he starts strong and then starts falling off, and then at 25 gets a little bit of a leg up, I guess, if he's ahead.
Yeah. It's dumb. It's so dumb. The spears are ridiculous, and then the fact that like the burn damage goes over the course of 9 seconds, it's just so frustrating. It's one of those things where like he can yeet 5 spears at you, and the burning damage stacks up.
Yeah.
On top of each other, so it's not like he hits one spear on you and you're burning until he hits the next one on you. They stack up. So literally every single right click is doing the full damage by itself. So it's one of those things the Haskar can yeet all their spears at you. You try to run away and then you're still burning and burning as all these spears are in your back and you're just gonna die eventually. It's tragic. It's tragic.
And then you become really, really sad when you're burning and burning and burning and you're like, I just want to leave the lane.
Yeah. And then you try and TP out and then you die while TPing and then you have to walk back to the lane after dying. It's tragic.
And you got called a dog, and then someone calls you a curva.
And an account buyer, and you're just like, I bought my account from Dota2accounts.com.
Is that a thing?
Dota2accounts.com.
Hashtag ad.
Use code Ali.
I don't know. Don't do it.
10% off.
Yeah, code Ali for 10%. Nah, it's 20% off. We're having a sale on Smurfs.
Could you imagine? Ooh. Could you imagine? Anyway, you want some fun facts about burning spears?
Yeah, fat me up, baby.
Let's do it.
So, burning spears is an attack modifier sort of thing. It's an active attack modifier. You toggle it on. So, it uses your attack range, right? So, if you get a dragon lance, per se, you can burning spears from further away because it's an attack. However, it does have a cast range, which is different to your attack range. So level 1 Huskar, no items. Let's ignore this dragon lance for a second. Level 1, Huskar attack range is 400. Cast range of your spears is 450. 50 units bigger. So if you manually click the W and then click an enemy, you can attack from 50 units further. That's about 1 Huskar step.
That's pretty good.
Further. It's one step closer to heaven, baby. It's one step closer to you.
Yeah.
Wait, so let me get this straight.
Huskar S Club 7 fan confirmed? Maybe.
Yes. Oh God, yes. Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
If you have the spears on always on just auto, you've got 400 range, but then if you're manually clicking, it's 450.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
It feels like an afterthought sort of thing.
Is it just like a pat on the back for manually clicking?
I don't.
I like manually clicking. I do like manually clicking. You've told me off and you've coached me to just turn it on.
I mean, there's time to do it because it doesn't aggro creeps when you manually cast the spell. Like when you right click in the lane, the creeps will aggro on you. But if you do it manually, it won't aggro you. There are times to do those kind of things.
There are heroes.
But it is just weird. It's just weird that it's different.
Do you think they put that in on purpose, or do you think it's just something that's there? And
I honestly don't know.
There are a few heroes which use that exact like mechanic. They use it.
Drow,
Viper.
Sure did
Is that it? Maybe that is it. I thought there was more.
There's got to be more.
I think there's
Probably.
more. Who else
Yeah.
is in the tap
Weird.
card, but
Either way, weird. But burning spears, that's it. Damage, heap of damage, but slowly kills you. Which brings us on to his third ability, the second ability that we're talking about, the E. Berserker's Blood. This is basically, Huskar kind of goes beast mode the lower on health he is. Oh, but what is beast mode, I hear you ask? Yeah.
What is beast mode?
Thank you.
Oh my god. What is beast mode?
Glad you guys are so interested to hear about Huskar.
What is beast mode?
What is beast mode? It gives him attack speed. It gives him magic resist. It gives him his strength, or a percentage of his strength is regen, and he gets bonus health. It's crazy. You want to hear the numbers?
yeah.
Max level 310, up to 310 bonus attack speed.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
That is a lot of attack speed.
25% magic resist on top of his base, all the other magic resist stuff he buys. 25% on
So
top.
much resistance.
Oh, it's crazy. He gets strength as regen, 70%, and then up to 95% of his strength as regen with a talent.
Damn.
And then 10% extra health as the max. So,
But which is good, but
yep.
you get your ogre to come in and just do a little stunny stun. Where's that attack speed? Where's that regen?
Yeah, you just lock him down and he can't attack, can't use his busted ass ability. So this works. The lower you're on health, the more it cranks up, and it takes effect as soon as you start losing health. It will start giving you these bonuses, and it basically works linearly from 100% health all the way down to 10% health. So when you're at 10% health, that's when you're at your fullest ability. That's when you're maxed out. So yeah, your illusions, if you get illusions as well, they also get all these buffs, apart from the magic resist, apparently. So,
okay.
yeah, it's kind of fun.
So why don't people build like a Manta on?
Because he's a strength hero, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
So,
Yeah,
like,
true.
normally people get Manta because it gives them good agi stats.
True.
But I guess not for Huskar because he's a strengthy boy. And wants his
beefy
strength for his
lad.
regen. He's a big old beefcake.
Yeah.
He's a big old beefcake.
He's got the lower his health, the more breach, the more lifesteal, and it's just like you get baited into
no lifesteal.
thinking.
Unless he buys the lifesteal. Doesn't have it as a talent or anything. But he gets regen.
Oh, sorry, not like
regen.
yeah, just regen.
He does have it as a talent. Spoiler alert.
Oh god, he does have it.
have it as a talent.
But yeah,
But yeah, you get cucked into thinking,
Yeah,
oh, he's
you
really
get
low on
cucked.
health.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's like zoom, 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 zoom.
he's a
and
bit
his
of an
health
edge
is
lord.
going up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the hell, man? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you're on fire, having a shit time. You're getting called a noob. Oh.
Yep.
Huskar mid is so annoying. You go like sniper or viper and you're like, yeah, cool. My job is I just win the lane. And then boom, all of a sudden you just get jumped by this Huskar under tower, level like 7, and just absolutely nukes you down.
It's also
Yeah.
one of those things where you think you're about to kill a Huskar and then you don't realize how much the passive actually like kicks in. You're like, oh, he's so low. Oh no, he's just gonna kill you. He's really just gonna kill you. He's strongest now. He's strong. You just made him stronger. You poked the bear with a stick, and now he's gonna eat you.
It's so funny though when you've got like, and I mentioned Viper about him beating Viper, but when you've got a Huskar when you've got the other team's got like an easy break of how sad that Huskar is
Yeah.
until they get BKB, and it's just so funny.
I do like that Dazzle was mentioned in the lore because the Huskar Dazzle combo is great in game. So Dazzle has an ability which makes you immortal, basically, regardless of what health you're
like
on. So
6
you can go
seconds?
all the way
5
down.
seconds?
You can go all the way down to your lowest health on Huskar and not die and have the Dazzle combo with Huskar and just be absolutely destroying lads.
Easy
He's great.
attack speed. You just keep pumping them.
Yeah.
That is a goodie. And then heal at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got another fun fact for you.
Okay.
Berserker's Blood, the lower Huskar gets on health, the bigger his model gets. He gets up to 30% bigger. And not only that,
Pretty big.
he gets very veiny and bloody on his skin.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, his model adjusts based on his health,
shit,
which is interesting.
it does.
Yeah.
I like
That's a nice touch.
that's what they add. Instead of fixing the game where there's obvious bugs and stuff, don't worry, Huskar, when he gets low, he's bigger, guys, and he has more detail.
Yeah, it's a
More
weird thing.
detail,
I
more
guess it's
veins.
been in there for a while, but it is. I don't think
they had, like,
I
a
don't think
team of
there's any
6.
other heroes that change their model dependent on their health.
No.
You got tiny, but that's,
Well, that's with
just-
No, that's
skills.
ulti.
That's straight up just skills. It's not like a slider that changes their model.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's cool. I like it. I'm sure it's basically just a texture visibility that slides up and down. That's all it is. But I still like it. I still think it's fun.
Well done, Gaben.
how-
Gaben, that's a good job.
Yeah, can
Think
you
how
write
good
that
that
down in the
is.
notes to send Gaben? More heroes with scaling, like visibility stuff.
But
based on
already
their
there.
health. Good. Or like something,
loud and clear.
something if they have more mana, they get bigger head or something.
Ooh,
like if
yeah,
Skyreth's wings got bigger, the more mana he had.
Love all of these ideas. Are great ideas.
Or like
They're fantastic
Silencer
ideas.
gets a slider for his head size based on his intelligence stolen.
Oh yeah, we've got it, mate. That would
Okay.
be fucking awesome.
Let's go.
That would be awesome.
I want to see how big you can make a Huskar with Giant's Ring, BKB, Bloodlust, him at 1 HP.
Oh.
How big?
Just mash.
How big can you
make
get
the
Huskar?
model?
Huge. We need to write down these things and actually make videos at some point.
Yeah.
Because these are funny. This can be in
Right?
how tall is Huskar and how tall can Huskar get?
Yeah, he gets really tall.
How tall can we make Huskar? What's his base
We're
height?
asking
And then
these
how tall can we make him?
We're asking these questions for you, the listeners.
The listeners,
Yeah.
please send us your clips. Let us know. How tall is Huskar?
Send us your clips. Any clip.
Just random clips. Just random
clips.
Actually, just send us clips or clippings of
Just
your nails, your toenails. Send us
Yeah.
clippings of your toenails in the post.
I was thinking like clips of newspapers,
Oh, right.
letters, and writers' notes with those letters
Send us
on craft paper and
a
glue.
weird clipped out letter from newspapers with your
And to make it
toenails.
more interesting, find someone who's dear to us and take them as a joke, as a prank.
Yeah, just clip them out of society for a brief moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, should we hop back to his first ability, which I didn't want to start on? Because we've done his bread and butter, the
Yep.
spears and the getting low with his he damages himself and he gets low and does more damage. It's the hand-in-hand combo. And now it's just onto a bog standard ability of Haskar. Inner Fire.
Standard.
It's just a little, it's a bit of a nuke. It's an AoE nuke around him. It's a big old fiery ball. He kind of like slams the ground, does a little AoE spell, sends out some fire.
Wait, does he slam the ground? What's he do?
Is
Does a
it
little dance.
It's like Echo Slam, isn't it?
It's
Okay.
like he echo slams the ground. What is the animation?
He like boshes, bonks the floor.
Does he?
He bosh bonks.
He like bonks it. He like kind of gets down a little bit. He's like almost twerking.
Nearly twerking.
Nearly twerking, yeah.
So he twerks out a big old ring of bloody fire.
Yeah.
He should probably
Petrol.
get that checked out.
Yeah, I've been saying
Does
this
up
for
to
a while.
300 damage nuke, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
But it also knocks enemies back and it disarms them for 4 seconds.
That's a very nice spell to have.
Very
4
nice.
second disarm. Banging. You jump on a flipping sniper and he presses Titanic and he hasn't got BKB up.
Yep.
Boom. Dead.
It's great. So you push people back, so you slam it down, people are shunted 400 units away from Huskar, which is coincidentally his attack range.
Ooh la la.
Ah la la.
That's some
pretty
game
good.
design right there.
Yeah, and the AoE is actually slightly bigger, so people are moved 400, but the AoE of it is 500.
Oh shit.
So you can tag people just outside. It's pretty busted. It's pretty busted. So they move to the edge of the ring basically. So they're right on top of you. It's barely noticeable the difference between moving that distance. As I said, 50 units was a step for Huskar. So the AoE's whatever. They're moved 400 units in like a second. I think it's 1 second of you being bounced back in which you can't move. So it's kind of like a like a little disabled. It's not a stun. Being knocked back isn't a stun. If you're knocked back, you can still cast spells and stuff, but you just can't walk, basically.
Can't walk.
Can't attack.
Attack.
Yeah. And you can get bounced over terrain as well. So you can get shunted up a hill, which is or down a hill if you're feeling fancy.
That is quite annoying when someone shoves you up a rock.
Yeah. That's a good cliff pusher. You push them onto the cliff.
Yeah.
Have you had it where you've been pushed on top of a cliff, like
yes.
right at the start of the game, and then they'll
laugh at you.
Their goal is to just keep you on top of that cliff. It's happened to me twice in the first 5 minutes of a game.
But what I find is whenever you do that, if you do it to an enemy, they always win because for some reason you then ignore the person who you then cliffed and they catch up.
Yep. Yeah.
Or if it happens to you, they do exactly that and they just ignore you and then they're like, oh yeah, he was on the cliff for 5 minutes. We haven't touched him for 15. It's fine. Don't worry. I feel that's what happens on cliffs. If you're just sat on a cliff.
I remember what happened. I got bonced on top of the cliff without a TP, and then as I was waiting for the carrier to come with a TP, they killed my carrier.
Oh.
That's what it was, and it was like early on in the game.
Oh my god.
It's a bloody joke.
All right,
joke.
Well, that was Inner Fire, and he's also got a shard, right? He's got a shard that upgrades his Inner Fire. So with the disarm debuff, the shard now also applies a 40% slow, which is it's all right. It's not quite as good as Venomancer Q level 1, but you know. And if you need a reminder, Venomancer Q does a 50% slow for 15 seconds, 12 seconds. I can't remember now. How long is it? It's 10 years of a 50% slow on Venomancer. So, you know, having to spend gold to get a 40% slow for 4 seconds doesn't feel as good.
10 years.
However, it does something fancy for Huskar, which it gives him a little bit of a heal. So every unit he hits with his Inner Fire, he heals. He heals 150 per unit hit, or enemy hit, and then 20% of that if it's a creep or an illusion.
150 per unit hit.
Yeah, unless it's a creep or an illusion, which is 20% of the... What do you mean? Does it stack?
150 per...
Like 150 per enemy, and then 20% of the 150. What's 20%? Sorry, because it scales. It's at max level. It's 150 per unit, and then... But starting it's 60 heal per unit.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
But then creep and illusion multiplier is 0.2, so it's 20% of whatever. So it's a good like mini heal for Huskar if he needs. Yeah, if you're dropping too low, you can bounce it up. You disarm them, you stop them attacking you, and you heal back up, and then they have to kill you again. It's annoying. It's very annoying.
Damn.
But great.
Never knew that, but now we know. But the more you know.
Oh, also lowers the cooldown a tad. So there's that.
They just sprinkled that in. They just sprinkled that in.
Just lowers the cooldown by 3 seconds. You know, at max.
3 seconds is huge.
Yeah, from 11-second cooldown max level to 8 seconds.
8 seconds. 8 seconds, you're getting like flipping loads of heals. Yeah. As well as your... Geez.
And what's bonkers as well, he also has talents which increase the disarm duration to 4.75, I think. So like people just disarm forever. And then you got your cooldowns back up quite quickly. So not bad.
Fudging Fudgehead. Yeah, that's pretty huge.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, but not as good as his ultimate.
Ooh.
Life Break. This is one of the most terrifying abilities in the game, I think. I'm scared of this. I'm scared of Life Break. I have nightmares about it. Imagine a 10-foot blue man jumping on you.
But it's not even jumping, it's like flying.
You're like homing in. Literally homing in. You can't disjoint this motherfucker. You can't blink away from him. He's locked on. He's coming for you. Unless you move 1,400 units in 0.015 seconds, he's coming for you. That's basically if you TP out in time, which isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Have you seen the meme of Alex Jones? You know the Alex Jones InfoWars guy?
Yes.
Do you know when he's like running across the road at that guy? He's like, you shut your mouth, and he like runs across.
As an avid InfoWars watcher, I do know what you mean.
I'm gonna send you the clip.
I need the clip.
I'm gonna send you the clip now.
Oh no, I think I have seen this.
Anyone listening, this is a video of Alex Jones, the InfoWars guy, and he's on the street kicking off about something. He's like shouting at the camera, and then someone across the road says something to him.
Yeah,
and like swears at him or something, and then he kicks off and like chases after him.
Yeah. No, he comes up from behind and then he just legs it.
That's Haskar's ulti. That's what he does. He sprints across the road.
At you. And while he's sprinting across the road at you, he is debuff immune. You can't stun him. He's just yeeting at you. 50% magic resist. Anything? He's basically got a BKB.
Him?
He's got 50% magic resist and he's debuff immune. You cannot stop the man from running at you or jumping at you.
Can you use him?
No.
Can you disarm him?
No.
You can't do anything.
No.
Abyssal blade him while in the air, while doing a handstand.
These are questions I didn't have time to do my research on. I don't know anymore. All I know is he's debuff
Omni slash bash him while he is life breaking someone else.
Maybe
the Giga Brain is coming out here.
Can you Wind Waker him?
No.
Can your team Wind Waker their own Huskar initiating?
I think he might actually just. He might even be fully spell immune.
He's just completely spell immune.
We have come up with the ultimate
I think he can be. Yeah, he can be stunned and stuff, but
he can be. He can be.
But
stunned.
he's debuff immune. But he can be stunned by like weird things.
But he can be stunned then. Okay, all right. Okay.
Yeah. So if he gets Omni slash Abyssal while someone's doing a handstand, you can stop. It's not gonna happen. It's so quick. Okay, it's so quick. The jump is so quick. You do not have time. He's quick. He's jumping. He's scary. 10-foot blue boy jumping at you. It's scary.
But Miracle's quick.
Stop trying to make light of how scary this ult is.
It's the noise as well. The noise of it. Like,
as he lands on you, just the spear going into you. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So we haven't even talked about what this does yet. He jumps on you, right?
Yeah, that's all it does.
He jumps on you, but then it does a percentage of your current health, and their current health is damaged. So you damage yourself for this damage, and they damage for this as well. 44% of the target's current health is damaged to them. 44% of your health is gone as well.
But you want your health to be gone because you get more powerful as your health gets lower.
It's true.
But if you're CM, you want as much of your 400 health as you can get.
It's true. And there's talents as well, which raises up that you do 64% damage to them as their current health.
64.
But you still only take 44%. So it doesn't stack up that way. It does a 60% move slow. It does an attack speed reduction of 140.
That's pretty nice.
You get a little duration of 5 seconds. It's pretty good. It's a big old nuke. It's a big old
very good
hefty nuke.
Very good against your drows, your snipers, your garden snipers.
I've come up with a build.
Right.
Ooh, okay.
Just off that.
Yeah.
Kanda Divine Huskar.
Oh my god.
And you life break. You just charge in.
5 divines and a Kanda.
Yeah, okay, sorted. Nice.
Dumb.
I'll start saving.
Next game I'm in.
Dazzle will get your buyback, don't you worry.
Yep, Dazzle will buy me
You just
back.
buy the divines. Dazzle buy me back and buy and getting divines.
Oh my god. Okay, so what is that going to mean then?
What's what going to mean?
The Kanda, how does that affect his ultimate? The Kanda?
Kanda is point target.
Yeah.
You do an extra
is
right click
his
with the point target. And then, oh god, this is such a dumb build. That's a dumb build.
But it works.
Everyone's building Kanda now, and to be honest, mate, I'm not that sure what Kanda does.
Shall we do
it.
a quick summary of Kanda for Dav?
A summary of Kanda just is a side little adventure.
Everyone's building Kanda now, and everyone's like, "Oh, getting Kanda on this here," and I'm like, "Oh, no way!" But I'd like,
yeah, you're like, Kanda nuts fit in your mouth. Yeah.
So Kanda is the upgrade of Phylactery.
But what's Phylactery, Ali?
Phylactery.
Every time you use a spell or some shit, doesn't it? Right?
Whenever you use a point target spell, it does, what is it, like 160 damage?
150, 160 damage ish.
It is, I've just looked it up, 150 bonus damage to the target and slows them for 50% for
It has a
5
cooldown of what,
for
6
1.5.
seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can't you know, get it on a Zeus with his arcane bolt and use it on every spell.
Yeah.
It's got a cooldown.
So the upgraded version of Phylactery is Candor, which has Phylactery and a crit built in, which is very nice. So then when you cast your spell on an enemy, it deals 100 plus 75% of your attack damage as bonus damage to them. So you do like a mini crit on your like magical nuke.
Yeah, and it's magic damage as well. So it's like it kind of it goes through armor. So people are buying a lot of armor to counter all your right clicks. Magical nukes. It's crazy. It's why like a Revenant's Brooch is so strong, because it turns your right clicks into magic damage that goes through armor and all that shenanigans.
And
magic damage is kind of strong, basically.
Yeah. And Candor also has a 30% chance to crit, which is very nice.
Well, now I know. Now you
know.
So now you know when you play Huskar.
You rush Candor and
Candor.
5 divines and dazzle
And
by
5 divines?
Yeah.
What about just 2? What about like a couple?
5 or nothing. 5 or nothing.
5 or nothing.
5 or none.
5 or nothing.
5
All
or
in
none.
or nothing. Although
Middle
maybe
feed.
you do need to free up a slot for one item, which is the Ags. Because the Ags is pretty poggin, lads. The Ags for Huskar is pretty good.
What does the Ags do?
It gives you bonus range on your life break. Makes the range about 50% longer on your little leap.
So I can jump further then.
Jump further. You could jump further, jump just as quick,
Higher.
jump further. But the main thing about it is it taunts the enemy for 3 seconds when you land. So they're forced to attack you. They can't run away. They can't use items. They can't use spells. It's like Axe Call, basically,
That's pretty
or
good.
Legion Jewel. Taunts them. They have to fight you. It's
Fight
great.
me.
It's one of those things where you don't expect Huskar to have much lockdown. I've done it in games recently where I see Huskar TPing in and I go, I'm out of here. I'm TPing out. No, thank you. And then turns out he has Ags and he just jumps on me as I'm TPing and he cancels my TP. I have to fight him and I cry.
But then he could cancel it. Does his Q cancel TPs as well?
No. Push back, not a stun. Not a stun.
Shit.
Yeah.
Done.
God, that's different.
Different. So, yeah. But yeah.
Different to a stun.
Different to a stun. Different. So, yeah, that's Huskar. That's his abilities. That's the guy.
That Ags is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Those when you coached me through Haskar, I think Ags was the one. You'd always want me to buy Ags.
It's just such a good item. Anything in Dota, anything you can get that, you know, ruins enemy movement and forces them to do stuff is just so good. Lockdown, amazing. It's basically a 3-second stun, and that's huge. 3 seconds is such a long time in Dota. So, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
But
3-second taunt. 2 OP.
Just very OP in general, this hero. Or shit.
Who knows?
Well,
There's no in between.
there's no in between. That is true. Apart from, I've been looking up Huskar. He has not been played because he is a bit of a shit hero at the moment.
I'm just inconsistent, right? He's so inconsistent.
It doesn't help that there is only one build on Huskar.
Yeah.
In the, how many years have I been playing? There's only been one build.
10 years.
And it's the same build every time.
And this is why you can't first pick Huskar, because you usually count him. And this is why if you last pick him in a good Huskar game, it's a win.
You win. Yeah. It's just a last pick cheese hero where you just...
Yeah.
If you get the perfect Huskar game where your versus, say, an Ember Spirit mid, the Ember Spirit is like, well, I can't lane here anymore because I'm just getting harassed non-stop all the time. And you're like, oh, what? How do I deal with Huskar? I'm being hit non-stop by burning spears. The answer is you just leave the lane and let him free farm. and then you're just screwed later because you look at him and he's 6-slotted at 20 minutes, and you're like, oh, I've left a Huskar alone.
I mean, is Huskar one of the heroes that can farm, or does he want to be killing more than he does want to be punching creeps?
He wants to get the most core item for his entire toolkit is Armlet.
That's not Divine Rapier.
No, it isn't. But Armlet makes you reduce health, which Huskar wants.
Yeah, and it gives him strength.
Increases armor.
Gives him
and
bonus
attack.
strength, right? Is that still a thing? Yeah.
Yep.
And he gets that strength as regen.
Yep.
That Huskar mid, when there'll be like a gank and there'll be like 3 people and Huskar will get a triple kill.
Yep.
Like
and if you can Armlet toggle on Huskar, which is quite simple, you just win.
You just turn it off and on again.
Yep.
Which is quite
just
simple.
turn it on and off.
I love that.
But one of the counters to Huskar, which I have played against and it is not fun, is Ancient Apparition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ancient Apparition gets the ultimate on you, which doesn't allow you to heal, you are fucked.
Useless hero.
You cannot heal, and if you have Armlet, which reduces your HP, you just find that you're getting to that threshold, which, you get to the threshold and you pop, and then you're very, very sad because
it's something like 10 seconds, right? 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Ice Blast.
It's so long.
There are a few counters to Huskar. So Ancient Apparition is one. Necrophos is another potential
True.
because he has missing HP on his ultimate. So since Huskars like to play low, but with a lot of magic resist, and people buy a lot of magic resist now, you can kind of... I think Necrophos isn't as bad as it used to be. And... there was one other one which I'm
Venomancer's level 10 talent. That's right, Ali.
Venomancer, true.
With the poison sting, level 10 talent, 15% regen reduction.
But then you just jump on Veno. Like in like 4 hits, Veno's dead. Like Veno can't get close enough to right.
Care.
That's what I don't like.
The plague wards do it for you. Don't you worry about it.
But the plague wards
get they get the buff. They get the right click buff.
The new one, which I don't know if it is the same anymore because I haven't seen the matchup in a while, but it used to be Bloodseeker, was a really good counter.
Oh yeah, because he does well when other people are low.
Yeah, and his Ags, which made him have Blood Mist, that used to be pure damage.
Oh,
they've now changed that, so I don't know how it works with Huskar now.
Because he gets the magic resist when he's low.
Because he gets the magic resist now.
Doesn't really help.
Wait, so 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is a bit off topic. Venomancer, when you put your plague wards down, they get your E buff.
Your W buff.
W.
Your W buff.
They get poison sting. Yeah, they get your current level of poison sting.
So I never choose the attacks reduce and I always get recommended by Dota Plus your attacks reduce health regeneration by like 50%.
And you've never gone for it.
No, because I'm not fucking right clicking anywhere. But
but
the plague wards are.
This is like a mini episode within an episode.
Yeah, I love
Dazzle. We've got Venomancer.
We're covering them all. This is why it's an extra long bumper episode, because we're covering 3 heroes in one today. And
how
Kanda.
have I not known?
So that is a good So a build which I haven't seen people do on Huskar is the Kanda build, which I've just thought of. I'm looking at all the builds.
It's just not
which people
good, man. Kanda's such a bait item. It
is a bait item. But Huskar needs a new way to build because there is only one build, which is Armlet into Assange, BKB, Ags, and eventually you upgrade your Assange into a Halberd, and that's it. Maybe a Shroud if you need more magic resist. But otherwise, it's literally that.
It is 100% the same for every...
Even
if you go browse through the guides on Dota, they are all the same.
Yep, they are all the same. And the funny thing is, for the pro players, it's all the same pro players which play it. There's literally only about, under about 10, I think.
Yeah,
10
only
players
10
play
people
Husk.
have zero dignity in the pro scene.
Yeah. And one person has 100% win rate on Huskar because he just last picks it.
Yeah.
100% fair play.
Which is
Can't argue with that.
fair play. Yeah, well, exactly. It is one of those.
It's the thing, it's like the better you are, the less you pick it, but the better you do with it, sort of thing.
Well, the fun fact about Haskar, well, not that much of a fact, but once you get your Sanj, once you get your armlet and your Sanj, you can solo Roche at like 20 minutes, like 18 minutes.
And how do you do that, Dav?
And there's a really funny clip of Joe coaching me through Huskar, and Joe's like, toggle your armlet for when the Roshan hits. Between the hits.
That's some good advice.
And I was like, I've never done that before. And he's like, all right, fine, how? It's like, just easy, just do it between the hits. And next thing you know, Roshan kills me.
As you turn your armlet off as he's about to hit you.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh.
So now we get to the fun bit of how many games have we all played as Huskar, and what is our win rate?
I'm really hoping I've got the least.
So coach, what do you
just because I've played for so much longer than Dav. I think Dav has the least games.
Dav has the least games on Huskar. That's what you're going with, yeah?
And then me, then you. That's my prediction. And then
what about win rates?
I think I have the worst win rate.
Okay.
Then you, and then Dav has the best.
Okay.
I don't know. I would say Joe has the least games and win rate. I'm in the middle, and then Ali's at the top.
Okay. So we'll start with Joe. Joe has 8 games on Huskar.
Okay.
And a 50% win rate.
Oh, hey ho.
Wow.
Not bad.
Those 4 wins were back in 2015.
Let's go.
And
your
last game was in 2019, where you got stomped in 26 minutes.
So didn't win the Huskar mid.
Were you in the game, man?
Not win in fairness, I don't think you were mid. I was in that game. I was playing Ember Spirit.
This was probably Huskar offlane or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, you did have the most deaths.
Oh no, I think
team.
this is Huskar Pos 1. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, I'm having.
Oh, we were against an Ursa that went out of control, and we spoke about this at the start of the game. It's a bad matchup.
It was an Ursa and Sniper.
At least you died a warrior's death.
I did die a warrior's death.
That is true. So then, Dav has 25 games.
Jesus, Dav.
Bit of a Huskar spammer.
Animal.
With a 36% win rate. And that's a lot of L's.
Oh no.
Oh god, yeah, that's bad. That's not bad, right? It's like anything above 30.
Yeah, I will give you credit. Your last game on Huskar was a win.
Okay.
It was a win in ranked. By the looks of it, it was a solo ranked game.
Sounds like me.
Yep. And yeah.
Has he played it since is the question. Yeah, wait. A solo ranked. I feel this is maybe
that would have been
that was the last A to Z one we did.
Yeah, I think that was A to Z 4 months ago. That seems right.
That was the A to Z.
Yeah. And then for me, I have 46 games on Huskar.
What is wrong with you?
A lot of things. And a 54% win rate.
54, go on.
Yeah, I'm over.
Wow.
I'm positive win rate. Look at that. And my last game was 7 months ago, which oh god, that does not look pretty. Where we got crushed by Bloodseeker, as I was saying, because that was the last who got Ags and Shard and deals pure damage.
Oh god, it happened again.
It happened.
We're talking about it again.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And a Witch Doctor. I blame the Witch Doctor, actually. That hero's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't like that hero.
Man.
So that's
Huskar.
our win rates on Huskar.
What are we saying then? Is Huskar a match for you guys? What are you saying? you fans?
What are you saying?
You fans of the Huskar guy?
I'm enjoying. I would say yeah. I like my cheese hero.
You like your cheese. I think that's exactly why I don't like him. I don't like the cheese. It doesn't feel like Dota playing Huskar. I feel you're playing Huskar, you're not playing Dota. You're winning early game or you're not playing the game. It doesn't feel like Dota. I'm out.
Great, you swiping right or left?
Pass.
Swipe
Whatever it is.
Right, swipe right is yes.
No deal.
No, swipe left is no. I think that's
Okay,
how
I'm
the
right
works.
then.
Wait.
You're swiping right.
I'm a lefter.
Yeah.
You're swiping left.
Not a match for me. No, thank you. Don't like that.
Wow.
I don't like his weird grin he's got on his face, and I don't like that he's trying to change up my game too much. So, Dav, what are you saying?
I don't know. I was a bit on the fence, but considering I've got a 33% win rate, it's gonna have to be a pass.
You've gone on a few dates with Huskar, and it turns out it's been a bit of an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
You keep thinking, I had a good time last time, right? Right?
Yeah.
And it's been another L and another L.
I think what happened was I went through a phase of I don't know, I guess playing in mid, and when you stomp with Huskar, you're like, oh my god, this is easy. I just do this every game, no problem. But yeah, that's
it's a fun last pick hero. If you can get last pick from your team, and you can play off that like nice like ability to have a really strong pick in the game. And also, if you don't get unlucky that they last pick a counter, it's a very good hero if you can do that.
It's a great situational guy, right?
It's very situational.
What I found was I played one game we both last picked, and they last picked Viper.
Oh,
I would initiate on like a sniper on like whoever on their carry, and then he would just put his breakdown. And I was like, I don't want to play a hero where you can either have a good game or a shit game, and that's like kind of out of your control. You can buy BKB, but
especially in pubs where you can't like ban heroes, you can't ban the counters, and if you get unlucky on the picking phase, it's a yikes.
Yeah,
if you don't get last pick and you get unlucky,
so nice. 2 against 1.
2 against 1. He's gone.
He's gone. He's dead.
He's blown up.
What?
He's got.
It's not been a Warrior's death.
No.
It's not been a Warrior's death. He's gone to like I don't know.
He's gone to hell. That's it.
Perjury. Or like,
oh no.
Purgatory. Purgatory.
Dazzle, buy me back.
Dazzle, buy me back.
Dazzle has to buy us all back and buy my items.
What's part of our list to Gabe, and I've just been typing up my notes. Support buyback.
Just get us some new items for Haskar to build as well. Yeah, and just add those on. Support buybacks. We want new items for Haskar.
Also, just for the audience, we want everyone to call him the Spirit Warrior. What's he called?
Spirit Guardian?
No, it was
Guardian Warrior?
Guardian what? It's the Sacred Warrior.
Sacred Warrior.
Everyone needs to call Huskar the Sacred Warrior from now on.
Sacred Warrior.
And honestly, people in the chat will know what you mean. Like
they will.
They'll seem really cool.
We'll suss each other out if you listen to the podcast. I'm picking Spirit Warrior. And then
and they'll go, what the hell's that? And then it's like, I'm picking the Sacred Warrior.
No, it's the Sacred Warrior anyway.
Got spirits on the brain for some reason. All right. We'll catch you next time, lads. Thanks for joining us. And we're on to another letter.
See you later.
Next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.